mysterious stories.
These are the videos that you will regret watching for a long time, from life-changing curses to a man's last moments on Earth. Number 11. It looks like this man was a normal member of the community who simply snapped one day. And you'd never guess that the man speaking these words is also a job counselor for young teenagers. He seems to have no feelings of guilt and appears to be unconcerned. Everything he says in this video is a lie. Despite the fact that he hasn't killed anyone yet, he's about to. He pulls up next to an elderly gentleman who is minding his own business. It seems that the calmness in his voice belies what he is preparing to do. Then, he follows through on his promise and kills himself in broad daylight. Later, authorities apprehend him, and he commits suicide as soon as they drag him over. Despite the fact that he's no longer with us, the steady and even tone of his voice as he carried out these crimes is something I'll never fail to remember. Number 10. There are two friends who come back to a location in the woods where they believe someone may be living. They must have been playing tag in this tiny clearing yesterday, and it appears that someone was nearby the whole time. And a contingent trash trail leads them to a morbid discovery that they now deeply feel remorse about seeing.
Dude, the hand is messed up, dude!
Even though an old doll with black and purple clothes and white hair over its face is nailed to the tree, you never get to see it. However, it appears that the doll brings such an odd vibe that they don't use their bare hands to touch it, instead of using a stick to probe it. Despite the fact that one of them stands back, the other is curious about what's beneath the long white hair. The filthy doll's hair is pushed aside by him, and the doll's face seems to be filled with regret, and he is too shocked to notice the camera, but his reaction says it all.
Oh my God!
After that, he claims that the face of the doll was completely burned. Aside from having a nail driven through its middle, the doll's fingers appear to have been chopped or chewed off one by one. Whether it was a group of children or a traveling wanderer, no matter who rips apart dolls for fun is not the kind of person you want wandering around in your backyard. Furthermore, I don't know if this doll is secure to display because it may have been cursed. Number 9. This video appears to show a parent filming their child looking in the mirror. Despite the fact that everything appears to be normal at first, things quickly turn into a dark turn when the child turns to look at the parent. His reflection does not go behind. Should you look carefully, you'll notice that the boy's eyes in the reflections have gone completely black for a brief moment, followed by strange head movements until the reflection matches the boy again. This must have been paranormal or intricate editing. Because the reflection's sparse head movements appear too fluid to be edited, I'm leaning more towards the paranormal. In any case, I'm pretty sure that you'll feel remorse about having to look in the mirror after watching this video. Number 8. Fair warning, because it is believed that this video is cursed, I cannot be held liable for anything that occurs to you as a result of watching it. When a horrifying monstrosity moves with urgent haste out of the pitch-black backyard and straight towards the camera, they are filming nothing in particular. Despite the fact that I'm hoping this video isn't real, if it is, this person doesn't stand a chance. And I actually hope that you won't suffer the same fate for simply watching. Number 7. Even though some people prefer their onion rings extra crispy, not when the extra crunch is due to this. They're so tiny that they almost mix until you notice the shriveled up legs. However, to be honest, if you were eating this meal right out of the bag while paying attention to the road, you might not notice them at all. Once more, I regret seeing this video because I realized how easily it could have taken place for anyone watching. As disgusting as it may sound, I feel uncertain that this customer was the only one who was served a large batch of fried bugs that day. Number 6. It seems that you're probably wondering what could be so frightening about ice. It's not so much the ice itself as it is what is growing around it that combines to create the cubes and thrusts them out. Despite the fact that this restaurant ice machine has been covered in a thick layer of yellow filth, it is still in use and making ice for customers. And I don't even know what this particular part of the machine is for. However, I definitely feel remorse when watching it. Along the corners, the yellow substance appears to have formed into a hard outer layer into black mold. Once more, to be honest, I am not capable of believing this video was shot in a restaurant that was still open at the time. And that's exactly what this ice machine appears to be on the outside. What's becoming gradually on the inside is far worse. Check out this and let me know if you'd want something like this floating around in your cold drink. Despite the fact that you'd think the cubes would be horrifying and easy to spot, looking at this ice, you'd never know there was a problem or where it had an origin. Number 5. Dark Corners. A YouTuber is discovering the deep web when he catches a video that he immediately feels remorse for watching because of a possible curse. There is a nauseating noise that obliges him to remove his headphones, and even though it's in a different language, he becomes aware that he's seen something he wasn't supposed to see. If you can read Japanese, please translate the text into English so that we can all perceive the intended meaning of the text. And I would just like to point out that this long beep sounds exactly like the noise made by hospital equipment when you pass out, which makes me believe that this text is referring to the end of your life. Please share with me if you believe my suspicions are accurate or if I was completely wrong with this assumption. Number 4. This New York train station is so run down that even rodents will turn to good use if they come across you sleeping. When a 2-pound rat jumps his knee and sniffs its way up to his lap, he's dozing off. Despite the fact that I don't know if it's gum or something, it's definitely interested in his right pocket. And it seems to be not able to figure out how to get inside, so it jumps off his leg and flees after a while. Despite the fact that it's bad enough having a rat crawl all over you while you sleep, you also need to think carefully about the chance of contamination. Should this rat be infected, all he needs to do is touch the spot on his pants where the rat's feet were, then touch his nose or mouth to catch it. Number 3. Despite the fact that this next video is extremely difficult to watch, it is essential to see. Lately, Blake Courtney lost his brother Cody, and he believes he is no longer capable of dealing with the situation on his own. Furthermore, he recently ended a serious relationship with his sweetheart. And his 8.5-minute video begins normally as if he is just letting off some steam until you become aware of the fact that these are the final words of a man who has made up his mind to commit suicide. Take notice of what he says, since if you listen to anyone else saying something similar around you, you might be able to have them lend a hand. He expresses a desire to no longer feel anything, which is a major red flag.
I just don't want to feel like this anymore.
Another sign is if you are aware of someone who has a strong and overwhelming feeling that their life has no purpose or direction for an extended period of time without changing their mind. It appears that despite the fact that watching him say goodbye to his family gets this video to become extremely sad, his family posted it online in the hopes that it will prevent someone else's child from saying these terrible words. Should someone you care about is feeling this way, please talk to them about it as soon as possible and get them help.
Mom, I just want to tell you I love you. Thanks for always being my best friend.
Inquire about them and assure them that they are not alone. It could mean the difference between life and death. And if you are sensing the same way Blake did, please know that there is always assistance available. I recommend befrienders.org since they are a non-profit that provides global resources. Number 2.
I love waking up now on Saturdays and being able to enjoy my family. We never have to.
When you listen to the horrifying backstory, this video of the Watts family seems to start from heartwarming to horrifying. Shannon Watts expresses her joy while her husband Chris sits on the other side of the room, his back turned. During this segment, Chris does not say anything or move. It appears that his demeanor is quite headstrong and unfriendly. He doesn't even appear to be looking at his children.
Bella, say hi. Bella, say hi.
It seems that Shannon and Chris had a huge argument after this video was recorded, and he killed her. After that, he brought both of his daughters together and drove them, along with his wife's body, to his workplace, where he buried his wife in front of them. Returning to the happy home video and hearing his children cry for their father is sickening. Although you wish you could help them, there is nothing you or anyone else are capable of doing.
And we're super excited. Bella, come here for a second, baby.
Unfortunately, Chris killed him after they had finished witnessing their mother's burial. For this, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Number 1. While these friends are sleeping in a hotel, they notice flashing lights emerging from the bathroom mirror and rumbling noises coming from the other side. At first glance, despite the fact that it appears to be a typical haunted hotel scenario, as they turn the bathroom mirror around, they notice two holes that look to me like someone was watching them. However, this situation escalates far beyond a peephole. Before their amazement, fear, and trembling, a rectangular hole had been cut into the wall, leading directly into the next room over. No matter who made this hole could literally climb through the wall at any time of day or night. They could silently observe the group in the mirror to determine when they were leaving, then climb through to sabotage their belongings. Worse, they'd be aware of when you were ready to go sleeping and could break in while everyone else was sleeping to do whatever they wanted. Despite the fact that I'm not sure how it all drew to a close, I do know their lives could have been jeopardized unless they had discovered it in time. And I believe this situation is real, since I doubt a hotel wall would be demolished just to film a video. I hope that they got in touch with the police and apprehended no matter who invaded their privacy. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new video every day. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of my other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.